You mentioned the Carolina Panthers beating the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this past Sunday. Gosh, what day is it? Yeah. This past Sunday. So they're one game out of first, but the one game out of the first pick.
Yeah, interesting place to be in.
I don't like them winning right now. I don't want them to win. I actually want them. I'm full on tank mode for the Panthers.
Really?
Yes.
See, I don't think, this is something that Steve Wilkes said before. He was like, tanking really it's not going to happen in this locker room. Those guys in that locker room, they are putting on, whether they're going to be with the Carolina Panthers, they're trying to get paid from them.
Sure.
Or another team.
Oh, I totally get that.
They want to make sure that they are putting their best foot forward. They don't want to just sit back and lose for something else. But here's something that John Ellis tweeted that I thought was really, really cool.
Okay.
John Ellis, he's a radio host from South Carolina, covers the Panthers. He's one of my favorite follows as a Panthers fan. Something he tweeted on the 27th, 2 days ago. He said, in 2004, the Carolina Panthers started 1-7. They were a blocked field goal away from making the playoffs that year. The following year, Alex Smith was the number 1 overall pick. In the same round, the Panthers selected Thomas Davis.
Yeah.
And then he puts in parentheses, I'm going to enjoy whatever is ahead. So what he's saying right there is the Panthers could have picked Alex Smith.
Yeah.
Which he's not a bad quarterback.
He was fine. He had a fine career.
He was fine.
Yeah.
Right? But for the number 1 overall pick, you don't want just fine. Right? You want somebody that's going to have on a green jacket one day. Or yellow jacket one day. Yeah. I'm thinking about the Masters. Somebody's going to
have that too. If he has a green jacket too, even better. Could you imagine?
He's going to have on a yellow jacket one day. And I don't know if Alex Smith is going to. I don't think Alex Smith is going to have on a yellow jacket one day.
No, he won't.
But Thomas Davis,
yeah,
I don't know if he's going to have on a yellow jacket, but he has a stronger case to me than what Alex Smith does.
Sure,
right? And so I don't think he'll have one either. But if you're talking about like impact on an organization, who would have had the strongest impact? Thomas Davis or Alex Smith? And so a lot of times, so the point behind that tweet is the Panthers could have just gone ahead and tanked in 2004.
Yeah.
But they went for it. And they could have made the playoffs if it weren't for a blocked field goal. And they still were able to get something good out of that first round, which is what it is. Just the first round. You're still going to probably have a top 15 pick in the first round. They're still going to be able to get somebody great. At number 32, the Baltimore Ravens got Lamar Jackson.
And they traded up to 32 to take him.
But still, he was available, at number 32, the last pick of the first round. So I don't think we need to make too much of a big deal about that number 1 overall pick.
Yeah, but I want them to have the opportunity to be as high in the draft as possible because I want them to take one of these top young quarterbacks that are coming out. Obviously, C.J. Stroud, a lot of people, wherever you rank guys, it doesn't matter. But at least I want the opportunity because if they somehow mess around and make the playoffs, Chris, throw that out the window. But because you're going to be picking in the 20s, then you have to like trade all the picks that you got with McCaffrey and move up. I want to be able to still have that draft capital you got from McCaffrey to still continue to build your roster, to add another good running back, add another 2 receiver, all these things you need to do, but still get that top QB. It's such a weird position. I know Steve Wilkes, the players, they're going to play to win as they should. That's their job. But I'm talking fan perspective. I don't know. It's just... It's so interesting because again, if they win tomorrow, they're 3-0 in the division and they're in first place in 3-5.
Can I throw something out to you?
Division.
I haven't been listening to the radio this week, so I don't know.
Fine.
I don't know if anybody else has said this.
Okay.
But I want to throw something out to you.
All right, talk to me.
What if?
Go on.
They do make the playoffs?
Okay.
And so you're saying that quarterback may not be available. So they still could fall. Remember last year, quarterbacks fell.
Pickett fell at 20.
And quarterbacks that we thought were going to go, we thought 2 were going to go in the first round. Only 1 went in the first round. The next one didn't go into the third round.
Yeah.
Okay.
Desmond Ridder.
And then, of course, what's his name went into the third round, too. Is the guy from is at Tennessee right now, Malik Wilson.
Sure.
From Liberty. Anyway, what if the Giants don't want to pay Daniel Jones?
No.
Hold on.
No.
And I know people are going to try to roast me on Twitter.
No.
Like, this might be my Josh Graham moment right here. And if I do have a Josh Graham moment, I'll take it. Because sometimes Josh Graham says some ridiculous stuff, and he's right. But at the end of the day, Daniel Jones has taken a step up, and he's been with really, really, really bad coaches before this. He gets a competent coach, and all of a sudden, I'm not saying he's one of the top guys in the NFL, but what Daniel Jones is doing this year, would you take Daniel Jones over Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold? I would.
Yeah, for
I
this
sure
year,
would.
but not 5 years from now.
With the Carolina Panthers' current offensive line, who's starting to look really good right now.
Yeah, they've shaped up.
With Deontay Foreman, if he comes back, having DJ Moore there, and hopefully more a complement of weapons, would you not think that Daniel Jones could still be at least competent enough to keep the Carolina Panthers at the number 2 team in the NFC South for the next year if they miss out on a quarterback in the NFL draft in the first round? That's all I'm saying. If they happen to miss out on it.
Let's not go third time's a charm on this with first-round quarterback who didn't work at their previous place. Let's not do this for the third straight year.
Sometimes that works. Sometimes that works. Look at Drew Brees, right? Look at Drew Brees.
Okay.
Drew Brees is one of the best.
All right.
And it didn't work out for him until he found Sean Payton in New Orleans. And sometimes you just need the right coach for you.
Well, he was doing fine.
And if Sean Payton is in North Carolina next year.
No, because you're not going to be able to. He's still under rights through 2024. The Saints are going to be like, give us every first-round pick you have for the rest of your lives. Okay, here's why this doesn't work.
Tepper can give them $1 billion, and they'll
doesn't matter.
come off of
I want
off of that.
No, I want first-round picks.
They'll come off of
that. No, because if you're going to coach against me, I want all your draft capital. You can keep your money. So there's a casino right there by the stadium. It's fine. They can make all their money back. So here's the thing. If you're looking at first-round quarterbacks, let's go over the last 20 years. Drew Brees was a second-round pick. He was the first pick in the second round, but still, he's a second-round pick. If you go back the last 20 years, first-round picks that have gone to other teams that actually had some level of success, Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah.
Okay? Who else didn't do well? Sam Bradford, Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield. Yeah. Who else didn't do well? Like, there's a list of, like, all those guys, like Christian Ponder, and there's a list of. There's literally only one quarterback who's a first-round pick that got picked up by another team that has done somewhat decent. That's Ryan Tannehill. Everything else has failed. Every other one has failed. Twice. Two-time in the state of North Carolina in Charlotte with the Panthers. Twice in back-to-back years. You're going to try and see if you're like, maybe. No. We've been down that road before.
If you miss out on the quarterback that you were talking about in the first round if they end up making the playoffs. That's the only way I'm saying to do that. And of course, the Giants may end up signing him back anyway. So this may end up being like a moot point. But it's something I thought about as I've been watching football the last few weeks. It's like this wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing if the Panthers found themselves in that weird no man's land. But also, this is a draft where you could potentially find a decent quarterback in the second or third round as well. You don't necessarily have to have that first round quarterback.
Okay, so yeah, let's look at the history here. Jared Goff, is he doing well at the Lions? No. Carson Wentz.
Whoa.
He's putting up decent numbers.
Lions.
Exactly.
I think Jared Goff is doing a pretty good job. I'll playing quarterback.
I'll put jury still out on Goff.
It's the Lions though.
Let me go down the list here. Jared Goff.
There's a reason why
to
Matt
another
Stafford
team.
wanted out.
Jared Goff to another team. Okay, fine. I'll put jury still on him. Carson Wentz. No. He's already on his third team. Jameis Winston. No. Marcus Mariota. No. You can throw Teddy Bridgewater. I'll throw the injury. I'll make an exception for Teddy Bridgewater. Blake Bortles. No. E.J. Manuel. No. Robert Griffin. No. Ryan Tannehill. Yeah, that ended up working out. Cam Newton worked out fine with Carolina. But you look at Locker, Gabbert, Christian Ponder, never worked out anywhere else. Sam Bradford didn't work out where he went somewhere else.
Some of those guys are injuries, though.
Well, some are, but let me keep going here. These are all first-round picks.
Yeah.
Okay? Tim Tebow went somewhere else. Did it work out? No. Matt Stafford.
He should have never been a first-round pick in the beginning.
That's different, but he nevertheless he was.
Yeah.
Mark Sanchez, did it work out? No. Matt Ryan eventually worked out? No. Jamarcus.
Matt Ryan's old though.
Yeah, but there's things.
I mean,
but
some of this stuff there's nuance to it. Like you got it. There are certain reasons. Like Matt Ryan, he was a number one. He was a first round pick 15 years ago.
Well, yeah, I know it's a little different.
And he's old and beat up and lost a 28-3 lead to the Patriots. Like of course he's not going to be good.
I know we're going to get to Hannah here in a second, but my point being is that the first round picks that teams try to reclaim Only Ryan Tannehill's the one that's worked out. That's it. When other teams try and be like, oh, I can make that guy after his third, fourth, fifth year work, it doesn't. That's my point.
I got you.
I've got the data. I take that for data.
But again, maybe they get a decent quarterback in the second or third round. That could work out.
Yeah.
It's possible. Again, back to 2004, do you want Alex Smith or do you want Thomas Davis?
Aaron Rodgers was also a 2004 pick. First round, just to let you know that. Which was a late round pick. So I'm backing up your point there, Chris.
Yeah, true.